All right, part 2, solve each system using the elimination method. Sometimes it might be necessary to manipulate both equations using multiplications. So let's go ahead and zoom into part A, or letter A. Now, if I look at these two, I know they're both in standard form. I know that if I add them together, nothing's going to cancel because 5 plus 3 is going to give me 8. -7 and -4 is going to give me -11. They're not going to cancel. So sometimes it might be necessary to multiply both, not just the one, because I can't make 3 into 5, and I can't make 7 into 4. So what we might need to do now is pick one. You can pick your X's or your Y's. I tend to choose like the smaller numbers. So I'm going to choose this 3 and this 5, and I need to what's called the lowest common multiple. So here's my trick. I always will take the first equation, I will multiply it by this number. So this one is 5. And then what I do to one side, I'm going to do to the other. And then I'm going to take this second equation, I'm going to multiply it by 3. And I'm going to multiply this side by 3. Because I know 3 times 5 is 15. And I know this one, 5 times 3, is also 15. Now I just need them to be opposites of one another. So I'm going to choose one of them to be negative. And I'm just going to go ahead and make this guy negative. You could make the 5 negative if you'd like. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to multiply both. So this first equation becomes 15 minus 35y equals, let's see, 16 times 5 is 80. Okay, now for the second one, I'll do it in blue. This one becomes -15x. Ooh, I forgot the x in the first guy. Sorry. Okay. -15x, and then -3 times -4 is positive 12y equals -3 times 19, which is -57. Now we're in the clear to add these two equations together. So if I did this correctly, 15x minus 15x should make a 0x, which means I did do it correctly. And then -35 plus 12. So they have opposite signs. That means I subtract and then keep the bigger number sign. So that gives me -23y equals, and then 80 minus 57 is 23. So this 0x is going to go away, and we're left with -23y equals 23. Divide both sides by -23, and we get y equals -1. Okay, so now pick your favorite equation. I usually like to pick the first one. So we'll come over here. We're going to use substitution. So I'm going to have 3x minus 7, and instead of y, I'm going to put -1 times -1 equals 16. Okay, so this gives me 3x, and then -7 plus the -1 is positive 7. Subtract, because opposite of addition is subtraction. So we get 3x equals 9. Divide by 3. And we get x equals 3. So then my answer as an ordered pair would be 3, -1.